Hello everyone, welcome to the next video of SQL playlist. Guys, in this video I'll be starting with the basic little command that how we can create a table in SQL and how we can insert data over there. Before we start jump into the practical stuff, right, I would like to first discuss that I'll be using for this SQL playlist the SQLite database. So SQLite, why I'm choosing, first of all, it's quite, you can see it from their website. I've just opened up this website. You can see like small, fast, reliable. Like instead of using the heavy softwares like Oracle, SQL Server, right? So I'm just have decided that I have to go with the SQLite. So it's up to you. Whatever the RDBMS you are using, you can use that database, right? I've just selected this SQLite because it's very light, right? There is no need of installing anything because it just simply have to click on their application, double click and start using it. There's no installation required for this SQLite. So the reason I'm just displaying this page here so that you can download this required software from there from this particular page. If you are using Windows, then simply jump into the pre-compiled binaries for Windows and click on this. It just see the size, just a 1.95 MB. It's an in-memory database, so which makes it quite light. So it's keeping everything in the memory in the primary storage. So this is the one I'll be using. But if you want persistent storage, right, then go with the other databases with the likes of Oracle, the likes of SQL Server, MySQL, right? So it's up to you, it's your choice basically. Okay, so let's start with this. The very first thing we're going to discuss today is like how to start with the creating table and inserting data. uh, I'm having my SQLite syntax this setup in my C drive. I just have to double click over there and SQLite will appear in front of us, right? This is the SQLite interface. It's a command line CLI. So I'll be using this one for creating the table for today's video. So you can see it here, it's already written connected to a transient in-memory database. So let's start with this. For that, first of all, would like to start with the syntax. The syntax of creating a table is very simple. It starts with the keyword create. I've already have said in my previous introductory video that this it is a case insensitive language. So it's up to you whether you want to put it in a uppercase or lowercase. So create space table name. Sorry, create space table name. Table name I'm keeping it as, let's suppose T1. Okay, it's up to you whatever the table name you want to create. Then parenthesis starts. Then we are having the column name and data type. So guys, one thing I want to discuss it here, that each column in a database table is required to have a name and data type. An SQL developer must decide what type of data that will be stored inside each column while creating a table. The data type is nothing but a guideline for SQL to understand what type of data is expected inside of each column, and it also identifies how SQL will interact with the stored data. So data types might have different names in different databases, and what I recommend is, so please check the documentation before you jump into the defining the data types. Okay, although the common ones that we all are aware, like we have an integer, we have a varchar, we have a char, we have a date, time. So it varies from database to database. So here I'm just using the common one here, which is common across all the databases. So I'm keeping just two columns here and their corresponding data types. So first column I'm keeping it as ID. ID is identifier, we can say some kind of unique identifier. So it's of type is integer. So integer is written like int. Okay, it's a int means numeric data, right? Comma. Then we have a second column name, which is name, let's suppose. Okay, name I can store with the varchar, right? So then we have to they have to just press enter this semicolon, because every SQL statement need to be end with the semicolon. So what this command states, create table name. Okay, then then we have parenthesis start, then column name, first column name, space their corresponding data type, comma, second column name, space their corresponding data type. 20 meaning is size. Okay, so how we can now insert data? Table is created, it's still empty. Okay, we need to insert data from our own. For that I'll be using insert into command. Insert into table name, which is T1 space values. Okay, it's not singular, we have a S at last, then parenthesis start, then I have to put my integer value because it's the IDs of type integer, so we need to keep that integer value here, let's suppose 22, comma, the name because it's a varchar, it'll be accepting the string, right? So it will be in a single quotes. So I'm putting my name here, Amrit, and then semicolon. So you can see now I got my SQLite prompt again. It means the query executed successfully. There is no error available. Now, how I come to know that the data has been inserted successfully? To check it out, we have a command available, the select operator. So using select operator, I'll get to know that that what kind of data got inserted in the table. So it's used to retrieve the data. So select, then I'll be using asterisk. Asterisk meaning is all columns. Okay, all columns of the table. Select asterisk from table name, then semicolon. With this, I'll be getting my result that 22 and Amrit got inserted over there, right? So in this way, we have created one table, inserted some records, and then we have retrieved the data from a table. So I hope you must have understood the concept of creating table, inserting data, and selecting the data from the table. Rest of this stuff I'll be covering in a next video. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next video.